Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ismail bin Muhammad Kasim, matrix number DPM 2501686. Today, I am going to be representing my group to talk about the topics of Islamic Religious Department corruption. For the introduction of this topic, the corruption case involving a Malaysian Islamic Religious Department. And then it also gained national attention due to the involvement of trusted religion authorities. And the purposes are to analyze the events, the impacts, and also the lessons learned. Now we are going to talk about the background of the case. So first is that the department responsible for zakat, halal certification, enforcement, and also the marriage registration. And the misconduct is discovered through the audits and also the whistleblower reports. The officials that are involved are the senior officers, the procurement staff, and also the fund managers. The period that this misconduct happened took place over several months to years before it is exposed to the public. Now, for the next slide, we are going to talk about the nature of the corruption and also the misconduct that happened. So first is that the embezzlement of the zakat and charity funds. Second is the bribery for halal approval and leniency in the enforcement. Third one is that the fraudulent procurement with inflated invoices. And finally, the abuse of power and management of the authorities. Now, moving on to the next slide, we are going to talk about the investigation and the legal proceedings. So, for the first one is that the MACC launched an investigation after receiving the complaints. So, the MACC started investigating after getting a lot of public or internal complaints about the suspicious activities that are happening in the Islamic Religious Department. Then the next one is that raids are conducted, documents and also financial records are seized. So the MACC performed office raids and collected documents, devices, and financial records to gather the proof of the corruptions. And finally, the officers charged under the MACC Act 2009 and the Penal Code is that the officers involved face charges for the bribery, the abuse of power, or fraud under the Malaysian anti-corruption laws. So now we are going to talk about the impact of the case. So first is that the loss of public trust in the religious institutions. The public confidence fell due to the corruptions in an institution that should maintain a high moral standards. And second one is that the financial damage to the zakat and also the public funds. The misuse of funds decreased the money available for the welfare programs and also the community support. And finally, the negative media coverage and reputation decline is that the widespread media reports harmed the department's image and this highlighted issues inside the governance. Now, we are going to talk about the reforms and also the lessons that are learned. First is that the stronger internal and external audits. The regular audits were enhanced to find any irregularities early to prevent the fund misuse. Second is that the improved SOPs for financial and procurement systems is to clear the procedures were set up to ensure transparency and limit opportunities for any corruptions to happen. Third is that the mandatory asset declaration. The officers must declare their assets to ensure their income matches their lifestyle and prevent any hidden gains. And finally, the officer rotation to prevent long-term control. Rotating staff lowers the risk of creating corrupt networks or any misuse towards the authority. Finally, in conclusion, the corruption case showed big problems in the governance and ethics within the department. It hurt a lot of public trust and emphasized the need for better controls. Ongoing reforms, openness, and integrity are very crucial to stop any future misconduct and rebuild back the confidence in the religious institutions. Therefore, that is all from me and my group. Thank you for listening to our presentation.